sir, we promised you a great main event.
WrestleMania! My God, what a... Ladies and gentlemen, it is electric. Your fight. The champ is here.
Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to New Year's Revolution. We're live from Chicago, Illinois in the All-State Arena, sold out for this historic night of historic action here at New Year's Revolution. It's Jim Ross joined by Jerry the King Lawler here at ringside. They will be calling the action for this incredible evening. And folks, we're going to be kicking things off in a big way, and when I mean a big way, I mean the Big Show. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Big Show will be going one-on-one with Sheamus right now.
Disqualification match. Standing 7 feet tall, weighing 493 pounds.
And ladies and gentlemen, this matchup with Sheamus and the Big Show was made when the Big Show requested this match of Eric Bischoff, the new general manager, who came into power this past week on Raw. Eric Bischoff is presenting this pay-per-view, which is replacing the King of the Ring pay-per-view that was originally scheduled to take place. And here comes the Celtic Warrior Sheamus, making his way to the ring.
267 pounds, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus!
Sheamus and the Big Show. This matchup goes so far back, it was the Big Show who cost Sheamus the #1 contendership for the World Heavyweight Championship. And here we go, Sheamus and the Big Show. Sheamus and the Big Show. This match is not going to be pretty, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a brawl. This is what we're seeing here in the early goings as Sheamus takes down the Big Show. And look at these beats of the Badrin right there from Sheamus and the Big Show with that world's largest snapmare. And I'm telling you folks, this is going to be ugly. These two men are brawling here. This is not a matchup, this is a fight. It's no disqualification, no countout. Big Show, man, sends Sheamus into that apron, or I should say that barricade. Made this request of this matchup. Uh-oh, he's got Big Show, has got Sheamus up. And Sheamus sends the Big Show into the ring post. And now Sheamus getting a table from under the ring. Puts the Big Show in the ring, and now there's a chair, and Sheamus is wearing out the world's largest athlete with that chair. And oh my goodness, look at the strength of Sheamus. Takes down the Big Show, and a kick out. Folks, we gotta see that again, if we can. Big Show, oh man, Sheamus, look at the strength here. Slamming the world's largest athlete. Unbelievable strength and power. And now it's the Big Show with the kendo stick. Takes down Sheamus. Big Show shoving that kendo stick right in the eye of Sheamus. Unbelievable intensity, folks. This is going to be a great evening and a great night of action. This is our first pay-per-view of the year. And the Big Show with a side slam right off of a steel chair. Here's a cover and a kick out. Big Show, in disbelief, Sheamus was able to kick out there. Headbutt. And oh my goodness, stomping on Sheamus. Sheamus with a trash can and takes down the Big Show. And now Sheamus is looking to turn things up in this matchup. A running knee from Sheamus. And 2 clubs doesn't take the Big Show down, but that spear through the table sends the world's largest athlete down to the mat. Maybe not for long though. And Sheamus placing the chair, brogue kick. The chair around the Big Show's head, and a second shot. Sheamus into the cover, and he got the victory. What an incredible, hard-hitting match. It was bowling shoe ugly, as JR would say, but Sheamus gets the victory. And we want to show some replay of that. Incredible matchup. Both men putting their bodies on the line. Sheamus here with that trash can lid. And takes down the Big Show with that trash can lid. And then here was Sheamus with a spear to the Big Show through that table. And then the bro kick. The second one with the chair wrapped around the Big Show's neck. And it was over.
Ladies and gentlemen, my guest at this time, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Last week, HBK made his return. Randy Orton, every time you turn around, I'll be there. I kicked your teeth down your throat last week, and I'm gonna do it again tonight. You can't kill what's not your creation.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming up, it will be Seth Rollins going one-on-one with Gunther in the King of the Ring qualifier, and it's next. Gunther, who qualified for this matchup after beating Bobby Lashley and beating Cesaro, is now here in the semi-finals. Will he be able to put away Seth Rollins? That is the question on everybody's mind.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing Imperium from Vienna, Austria, weighing in at 297 pounds.
Well, you saw Gunther came out to the ring accompanied by Imperium, making their debut here.
Making his way to the ring from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth Rollins!
And Seth Rollins comes out here alone. And maybe if you ask Seth Rollins, he's not alone. He has the members of the SWE Universe as the fifth man in this matchup. I want to update you here, the King of the Ring brackets. It's Seth Rollins who will face Gunther. McIntyre versus Reigns will happen on Raw. And then the finals of the King of the Ring will happen this upcoming episode of Raw. Listen to this crowd here, ladies and gentlemen. They're in Seth Rollins' corner as he shoves, wait a minute, Gunther now with the sleeper. And Rollins into the corner, and Gunther went for that chop. Seth Rollins playing mind games in the early goings of this matchup. Waist lock here. Gunther shoves Seth Rollins off. Shoulder block by Gunther. Leapfrog. And oh, a big boot. And a chop. And now Rollins lighting up Gunther. And a sling blade takes down the ring general. And a 2 count. Right there delivered, and now side headlock from Gunther. Takes down Rollins, and that's what someone like Gunther is going to want to do for a high flyer like Seth Rollins. Rollins is a risk taker in the ring, and Gunther is more of a traditionalist. Gunther, oh, chop to the chest of Rollins and a big boot to the face. And now Gunther's taking apart Rollins. Very old school strategy here from Gunther is Rollins with those shots and then a chop again and a kick to the ribs. And now look at this, choking out Seth Rollins on that rope. Wait a minute, that's... You gotta be kidding me, a cheap shot. I don't know who that was that just came down here. It's one member of Imperium. And look at this, Boston Crab from Gunther. I'm getting... Is that Kaiser? Kaiser with a... Yeah, that's Kaiser. With a cheap shot. Rollins now roll up here. Or I should say it was a small package. And a backstab, a backbreaker I should say. And only finds a 1 count this Gunther from that backbreaker. And Gunther's really wearing down Rollins. Rollins with 2 chops. And Gunther with a chop. Oh no, Seth Rollins was in uncharted territory. You don't want to exchange chops with someone like Gunther. And now Rollins, oh, suplex attempt and another one. Rollins lands on his feet both times. And Rollins with that rolling elbow takes down Gunther. And now Rollins gets to his feet, going for a pedigree. Back body drop from Gunther. Oh, a super kick. Kaiser's on the apron, I believe. And there's a power bomb from Gunther. Gunther may have the victory. No, he doesn't. Rollins was able to kick out. That's how Gunther won all of his previous matches. Wait a minute. Pedigree. A pedigree from Rollins. 1, 2, and a kick out. Rollins, and now here's Vinci. And now, oh, wait a minute. Gunther with a sleeper. Gunther with the sleeper hold. And Rollins is out. Seth Rollins is passed out. Thanks to Imperium, Gunther gets the victory and is going to the finals of the King of the Ring. Well, let's take a look at this one more time. That powerbomb should have been it. Gunther was even in shock that the powerbomb didn't work. And then here we saw Gunther got caught in the pedigree from Seth Rollins off of that powerbomb attempt. And Seth Rollins couldn't believe Gunther kicked out of the pedigree. And if it wasn't for Vinci and Kaiser, Seth Rollins probably would have been able to put this one away. However, it was Gunther. The numbers game caught up with Rollins and that sleeper hold. And unfortunately for Seth Rollins, he is not going to be the King of the Ring. However, Gunther still has the possibility of winning the King of the Ring, as it will be Gunther who will go on to Monday Night Raw, where he will face the winner of Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns.
You don't walk away with the heavyweight championship. What happened out there?
Well, tonight, I may not have won the World Heavyweight Championship, but I sure as hell got revenge.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming up as well, a steel cage match. It's Kane versus Edge, and this match is personal.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. The first superstar to escape the cage will be declared the winner.
You think you know me?
What can be going through this man's mind, Edge, is beyond me, ladies and gentlemen. Edge making his way to the ring here, standing on the ramp. He's got to be contemplating what he's done by attacking Kane and unmasking him.
Making his way to the ring from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 249 pounds, the Rated R Superstar,
Well, Edge, standing in this ring, will be getting ready to do battle with the Big Red Machine.
weighing in at 323 pounds,
Well, here comes Kane, wearing a mask here, but the rest of his body's not covered. Kane who made his return on Raw with Paul Bearer by his side, and there's no Paul Bearer. What does Kane have up his sleeve here tonight? Oh! Kane he's just unmasked! And that just sends shivers down Edge's spine. And Edge is not second guessing what he's gotten himself into, as that's unmasked Kane. And Kane now taking his liberties out here on Edge. And Edge trying to escape. But I think Edge has just realized there's nowhere to run and there's nowhere to hide here. He's trapped in this cage. Off the ropes goes Edge, face first, into that steel cage. And now Kane lifting up Edge. And Edge with a low blow on Kane. Impaler DDT. And I think Edge, well, but he doesn't keep him down. And now Kane sending Edge face first over the cage. From pillar to post. And oh man, Edge is busted wide open. I think he caught the steel posting of that cage, that support beam. And Edge is a bloody mess, and Kane, oh, he was climbing up to the top rope, and Edge, he's absolutely busted open, he's bloodied. And Edge, oh, a spear into the cage. Kane is caught in between the cage and the ring. And Edge was able to take down the Big Red Monster. Edge trying to climb out of his cage. Drop kick off of the second rope, takes down Kane. But Kane just set up again, and oh man. Did he see the face of Edge? Oh! Well, we got some malfunctions here. The turnbuckle just collapsed. The top rope. And Kane is now choking out Edge. This means that climbing out of this cage, ladies and gentlemen, is not an option anymore. As Edge with another low blow, and there's a spear! Takes down Kane. Edge is losing so much blood in this matchup. Already, and this match is... I believe this match is going to be almost over here. As Edge is trying to climb out of the door here now. The previous method is no longer an option as Kane slammed the door, and a choke slam takes down Edge. Kane looking at the top of the cage, looking down at Edge's prone body, and he signals it's over. Kane, with Edge set up here. Oh no. Kane, tombstone pile driver. A tombstone pile driver on Edge. And Kane now walks to the door of the cage. Edge is out. And Kane has just won this matchup. Kane escaping through the door. Kane able to escape through the door, gets the victory. In this incredible match, the referee calling for help here. Now we want to take a look at some highlights. Look at this. Edge set from one side of the cage to the other, and right there into that beam, that supporting beam, busted Edge wide open. And then here the top rope collapsing. Yeah, I didn't know what to exactly say at that. I've never seen anything like this in this company. The top rope collapsing. There's a spear from Edge. He was desperate at this point. And he tried to crawl out of here, but Kane was not going to allow it, slamming the door shut, grabbing Edge by the throat as well, and delivering a massive chokeslam to hell. And now look at this. Kane had Edge upside down, and he's planted him on the top of his head with that tombstone pile driver. And Kane climbing out of the cage through the door and gets the victory. Well, I hope for Edge he's okay, but Kane has finally, after all these years, gotten his revenge on Edge. And fire and brimstone is in the eyes of the Big Red Machine. Folks, coming up, it's going to be Shawn Michaels going one-on-one with Randy Orton, the legend killer who tried to kill the career of Shawn Michaels right now.
I've carried the show through good times and bad. Wait a minute, that's Randy Orton. And oh God.
I regret that Shawn Michaels' wife, Rebecca, had to endure what happened. Now you have to ask yourself this question. Could that have possibly been the illustrious career of Shawn Michaels? I will become so violent that you will want to change the channel. An injury is like a target. It's like a great big bullseye. And I took advantage of that injury. Because now I am the legend. I did what any professional would have done. Because I'm the legend killer, Randy Orton.
You looking over your shoulder to the left. I want you looking over your shoulder to the right, because HBK is up and he's mobile.
Here comes the Heartbreak Kid making his way to the ring, Shawn Michaels. Well, he's playing a little mind games here. And there he is. The showstopper. The headliner. The main event. The Heartbreak Kid. And Shawn Michaels will be going one-on-one with Randy Orton, the man who punted him in the head on episode 19, but returned a couple of weeks ago seeking revenge on Randy Orton. And he will get his revenge, incidentally, here tonight. And here comes the Viper.
Making his way to the ring from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 250 pounds,
Randy Orton is absolutely devoid of human emotion, human thought. However, what Randy Orton cares about is himself. He's egotistical, he's self-centered. And he cares about making a bigger legend for himself. By taking out Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton definitely sent a message. However, tonight, Shawn Michaels will be looking to get revenge and retribution. As here we go, Shawn Michaels and Randy Orton going face to face, eyeball to eyeball here. And a tie-up here. And Orton taking down Michaels. Michaels has not been in the ring in a long time here in this company. Randy Orton practically competing weekly, as early as against Batista this past week on Raw. And Shawn Michaels, whoa, was going for the super kick. Orton rolls out of the ring, rolls back in, and catches Michaels, trying to come back into the ring. And Randy Orton got caught in that swinging neckbreaker from Shawn Michaels, and then a stomp to the face from the Heartbreak Kid. And now side headlock takeover from Shawn Michaels on Randy Orton. Orton trying to get a pinfall out of it. And Michaels is grounding. Shawn Michaels is grounding Randy Orton. Randy Orton trying to send Michaels off the ropes. Doesn't work that time. And Michaels is pugnacious with the side headlock. Orton sends Michaels off the ropes, and there's a spinning back elbow from Randy Orton. He almost gets a 3 count out of that. Got a 2 count. And now going for a suplex. Michaels lands on his feet. And there's that European uppercut. Seen several of those already tonight. And several of those chops already tonight, certainly. Michaels again with that side headlock. Orton with the front face lock off of that drop toe hold. And now moving into that, transitioning into a side headlock of his own. And a hammer lock, and Orton sent into the ring post by that shoulder from Shawn Michaels. And Shawn Michaels, thumb to the eye by Randy Orton, and a standing drop kick. Beautiful drop kick. And HBK able to kick out. And now look at Randy Orton, that aggression, that Viper-like mentality, those stomps. And now going for that draping DDT. Here's a cover and a kick out. Orton hooked the leg there at the same time with that pinfall, and now look at this. Orton wrapping his legs and his arms around Michaels, and now trying to make Michaels tap out, possibly. And that back suplex takes down Orton. Now both men slow to their feet. Randy Orton sends HBK into the referee, Earl Hebner, and there's the RKO. Out of nowhere, the RKO, and wait a minute, what is this? You gotta be kidding me. We heard Eric Bischoff say he's gonna sign Triple H, but is this what he meant? Triple H with that sledgehammer to Randy Orton. And the game is here, and he helps Shawn Michaels to his feet, and he's telling Shawn Michaels to go to the top rope. I don't understand this. Elbow drop from Shawn Michaels. And now Michaels tuning up the band. Sweet chin music. Referee back into the ring as the game is looking on from the outside. 1, 2, and it's over. Shawn Michaels gets the victory. Are we to believe what we're seeing? Triple H just helped Shawn Michaels win this match? I still don't know what to believe, ladies and gentlemen. Well, here it was, the referee was taken out, by that reverse, and there was the RKO out of nowhere. And then out of nowhere, speaking of out of nowhere, was a sledgehammer shot right to the jaw of Randy Orton. Sweet chin music from Shawn Michaels puts down Randy Orton there, as the game was just standing on the outside, looking on. And I'm still confused as to what exactly is going on here. We may get our answers right here in this stare down. That's a DX shirt! And yes, it's DX! It's DX! The game and Shawn Michaels are together! Randy Orton was the final man in Evolution, but Triple H has now joined, and we are seeing the reunification of D-Generation X.
Say, this is Eric Bischoff calling, and unfortunately I have to leave a message. Listen, Rock, I am a huge fan. I mean a huge fan. And I really believe that Raw needs The Rock. Like I said, I hate leaving messages, so I'm really looking forward to talking to you and we can get some business.
Wait a minute, Eric Bischoff is just called The Rock, but The Rock is a WWE champion. How does Eric Bischoff think he's going to get away with that? Well, speaking of championships, the World Heavyweight Championship was going to be on the line between John Cena and Chris Jericho.
Flipped off Goldberg and this is weird. Oh, it's Chris Jericho. What is he doing out here? Wait a minute. Goldberg's weird. Said he's saying, oh my gosh, Jericho! Chris Jericho's just cashed in his Money in the Bank. The winner of this bout and the new World Heavyweight Champion and IWF Champion, Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho cashed in his Money in the Bank opportunity and has just become the IWF and World Heavyweight Champion.
I bestow upon you the honor of presenting me undisputed champion. I have reached legendary status in the years I've been in this business. John, I'm a much, much bigger star than you are.
So that's what this is about, the title. You tell everybody that you have it all, that you've done it all. But Chris, deep down inside, and I can see it in your eyes, hell, I can feel it. Nothing without the title. Now, Jericho is cheap.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Heavyweight Championship.
On the way to the ring, Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho, the man who won that title at Backlash, and then getting defeated by The Rock. Chris Jericho is now only the World Heavyweight Champion, and the question is, can Chris Jericho hold on to that World Heavyweight Championship here tonight? Or will Chris Jericho lose the World Heavyweight title to John Cena? John Cena, who has not won a match on pay-per-view and is yet to win a major championship in this company. And John Cena, who's yet to win a matchup ever since the Royal Rumble. And folks, speaking of the Royal Rumble, it will be coming up, and it will be our next event on the road to WrestleMania. But that is later to come. And let's focus on right here, right now, and this match. It's not often that I say something like this, but tonight, it's appropriate, because John Cena enters this match an underdog, having so many losses in his career. But it can't be no loss would be any worse to John Cena than losing here tonight after earning the opportunity for the World Heavyweight Championship. He'll be competing for the World Heavyweight Championship for the first time in his career here in this company. Chris Jericho and John Cena are ready to go in this match. Lockup center of the ring, main event here tonight at New Year's Revolution, as there's a shoulder block. And the All-State Arena is jacked. Everybody is anticipating the outcome of this matchup. John Cena going chest first into those turnbuckles, and Jericho with a sleeper hold on John Cena. Cena's trying to fight up and got taken down to the mat by Jericho here. John Cena has got a attitude adjustment, and Jericho with a double underhook DDT. A very unusual maneuver from Jericho, planting John Cena nonetheless. And Jericho, those kicks, and now punching John Cena. He looks a little bit behind the 8 ball here. They have gotten his bell rung. And now Jericho. Oh, he was going for a springboard drop kick. Cena caught him in the attitude adjustment position, but Jericho able to take down Cena. And now choking out John Cena on those ropes is Jericho, asserting his dominance, surprisingly, is Jericho in the early goings of this match. And John Cena now trying to get back to his feet. Jericho, another right hand, sends Cena into the turnbuckle. Cena out of the way, and there's a shoulder tackle, and another one. And now John Cena takes down Jericho. Going for the 5-knuckle shuffle here. And Jericho. Oh, he's going for the walls of Jericho. And now John Cena. Oh, step up enziguri from Jericho. Counter after counter here. Jericho now has got a prone John Cena. Went for the lion salt. It's John Cena with a clothesline exploding. And now it sends Jericho down again. And this time connects with the 5-knuckle shuffle. And for the attitude adjustment yet again, and Jericho again. And this time he has the walls of Jericho locked in. The walls are locked in on John Cena. What will John Cena do? Will John Cena tap out to the walls of Jericho? Jericho's got them locked in, and he's got it locked in deep and tight. Will John Cena, wait a minute, look at this. He's countering STF. And now Jericho kicking out of the STF. Codebreaker. The Codebreaker out of nowhere on John Cena. Here's the cover. 1-2 and a kick out from John Cena. That Codebreaker connected onto the jaw and the face of John Cena. He's going for another one as Jericho. And John Cena with the strength of that power. Attitude adjustment. And John Cena gets the victory. John Cena is the World Heavyweight Champion.
New World Heavyweight Champion, John Cena.
John Cena has done what he said he would do. John Cena has proven all of his critics wrong, because John Cena is now the new World Heavyweight Champion. A standing ovation is indeed warranted, because John Cena has climbed the mountaintop for his career, and he is now the World Heavyweight Champion. And Jericho countered into the walls of Jericho, which would have put any normal man away, but John Cena was able to counter the wall. However, it was here, Codebreaker, connecting onto John Cena. Almost had the victory to Jericho, but it was a kick out from John Cena and Jericho in disbelief. And here Jericho was measuring Cena, went for another Codebreaker, got caught, and a thunderous attitude adjustment sends Jericho down for the count. And John Cena has won the biggest prize in